Hello, everyone. Welcome to our series on balancing your pet's chakras here on Round Glass Living. I'm Amanda Ree, and today we have our usual suspects with us. We have Violet, we have Benny with a little questionable haircut, and Graham. And then we have a special appearance today from Obi the lab. Hi, Obi. He's a B&B for dogs, a guest of ours. This is one of his first meditations as well. We are all settled in here in Northern California, and we're ready for our meditation with all of our human and animal friends from around the world. So share with us in the chat, where are you joining us from today? Who are you with? If you're new to this eight session meditation series, then welcome to all of you. Our intention is to guide you and your pet through the chakra system with a special focus on how it can benefit your companion animals. Once you're familiar with each of the chakra centers, then you can understand how to apply them to your pets. And you have a great resource for utilizing as you move forward, depending on what your pet is facing, the circumstances and challenges that might come up. So a quick overview for anyone who may be newer to working with the chakra system. There are 7 main energy centers or spiritual centers within the energy body known as the chakras. Chakra is a Sanskrit word that means wheel or sphere. Many ancient healing traditions help us to understand that the chakras influence someone's physical, physiological, psychological, and spiritual levels. The chakra system can be supported with particular practices for humans and for animals. So today, our meditation will focus on the 6th chakra, known as the third eye chakra. This center relates to one's ability to gain information and understanding through intuition and insight. It's also known as the center of our 6th sense. As with each of the meditations in this special series, together we will begin to clear and open the energy center, which can bolster your pet's ability to heal itself and maintain an ideal state of balance. A fun fact, in Sanskrit, the word for that ideal state of balance is sama. So before we start our meditation today, a reminder again that when we're practicing with our pets, we want to simply invite them to join in and allow whatever happens to happen after that. Some animals are natural-born meditators, while others take some time to relax and find comfort in the practice. So remember that what you cultivate in your own practice, the relaxation and the release of stress, just to name a couple probable outcomes, can be emitted to your pets and all the other people around you. Oh, and to answer one common question that often comes up with the chakra work for our pets, do you need to have physical contact with the animal for this to be effective? The answer is no. Touching them is not necessary. By using your intention and your ability to visualize, no matter where your pet is physically located, the practice can be equally as helpful to them. Now, let's prepare for our practice. Take a few moments to get comfortable and settled. If your pet is nearby enough to touch, find a comfortable position where you can just very gently place your hands on them. Take your time. As usual, mine are all ready for meditation. Very good at these resting positions. So once you both are ready and feeling settled, please go ahead and close your eyes. Starting with deep, full breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. Notice how each exhale can allow you to relax a bit more, to let go a bit more, to settle completely into this time and space, into this chakra practice. Notice your facial muscles relaxing, the crown of your head, your neck. And for the next few breaths, just very slowly direct the inhale to any place in your physical body that's holding stress or tension. And as you exhale, allow it to melt. You can actually do the same for any busyness in the mind or thoughts that are holding or nagging. Surround them with your inhale, and as you exhale, let go. Today, our attention lands on the sixth chakra, the third eye chakra. In Sanskrit, it's known as the Ajna chakra. It's located at the brow area, just between the eyes, but slightly above. So you can slide your hands in that direction if that's comfortable for your pet. Now, some animals don't like to be touched on the face, and that's fine. Sometimes in that case, I'll just lay my hand next to their face or their head. When we balance and clear this ajna, this third eye energy center, we're helping our pets' intuitive connection and capabilities, their perception, and we're supporting various issues with the eyes, the ears, or the brain. When this third eye chakra is imbalanced or blocked, how you might notice that in your animals is that they could seem detached or aloof. They might be having a lot of dreams or having issues in general with cognition. But every animal can benefit from this practice, no matter what their circumstances. As we have explored with each of the chakra centers, sound is an especially easy and useful way to tone and balance the chakras. The third eye is awakened by the sound of bells, chimes, or even synthesizers because of their stimulating effect on the neurons of the brain. A good example is the music that you're hearing right now. So let's bring our attention to the third eye area and see the chakra as a wheel of energy, of light. Imagine the color purple or indigo, deep, deep blue indigo. Imagine that color surrounding, illuminating this area of their body. A sphere of warm, rich, purple light all around the brow area. Imagine this glowing light opening and clearing this part of your pet's physical and energetic body. Imagination is a powerful tool when it comes to energy work. So just see this clearing, opening, fluidity, releasing any blockages. As with our previous meditations, there's a vibration that resonates with each of the chakra centers. In the case of the third eye, the sound or the mantra is Sham, S-H-A-M, Sham. So you could say it out loud a few times with me now. Sham. Sham. Now a little softer. Sham. continue that repetition of the mantra silently in your mind as you imagine a glowing light opening and clearing this area. Clearing it with the sound of Sham, the radiant purple light, allowing pure love from Source to flow through you and into your pet, into your animal friend. As you continue to land again and again on this simple practice, imagine the light, hear the sound, and just rest in the practice. Gets distracted. Just draw your attention again back inward through your own energy body, directing your intention into this area of the third eye, the purple, bright, radiant, warm light, and the vibration that helps it to open and clear. Sham. Again and again, just practice this returning, this relaxing into the practice, into your connection. To their inner wisdom, to their innate knowingness, holding that intention for them. Wisdom, knowingness, insight. Radiating this sphere of warm, healing light. Now, as we prepare to conclude our meditation, there's a very simple practice that we can do with our pets, a physical practice to help open and stimulate the third eye chakra. So if your pet is nearby enough to touch, and if not, no worries. Again, we can do this with our insight, just our own intention. But if they are, taking your middle finger, your index finger, and while your eyes stay really low, ideally closed, but just very low, so you're stable, grounded, and calm, you can slide your fingers over onto their head and place your finger, again, your middle or index finger, right between their eyes and up just a bit onto their third eye. And if your pet allows you to make contact there, just very gently, little circles in a clockwise direction. This location also happens to be a powerful calming point in the practice of acupressure. If your pet resists, it's okay. Just keeping your hand or your finger even a little further away, a few inches from their head, can also be effective. So little circles as you close your eyes again. And draw all of your intention and attention into this present moment. Absorb the love and the joy in this precious connection. And let's seal this practice by chanting Sham one time out loud together. Breath in. Sham. Let your hand now slide onto their back and just pet them as you rest for a moment before we open our eyes. And as always in our series, I'd like to close with an excerpt from Tara Brach's meditation, Awareness is Our Home. May all beings everywhere be filled with loving presence, held in loving presence. May all beings everywhere find great and natural peace. May all beings everywhere be happy and know the natural joy of being alive. May all beings everywhere awaken and be free. When you're ready, you can slowly open your eyes if you haven't already. Namaste. So how did the practice feel today for you or for your pet? Did you notice anything during today's practice? Sometimes I notice that my dogs will take a deep breath and sigh at a certain point in the practice, or they'll need to readjust at a certain time, something I've said or something I'm thinking even. Today, Benny didn't want me to touch his face too much, so I just took that as a cue and kept my hand a little further. It's just interesting to observe how they're responding to our energy work. So let's talk a little bit more about working with the third eye chakra and your companion animals. So the sixth chakra is represented, as mentioned, by the color purple or indigo. And crystals, as we've mentioned each time, are a great way to support the chakras also. They have been classically used with energy work because of their potential healing properties. So, one common and beautiful stone that supports the sixth chakra is amethyst. Amethyst is known as the stone of spirituality. It's used to help calm the mind while awakening the soul. So when we're using our crystals with our pets, we can place them either near their bed or where they spend a lot of their time. Just as always, I mentioned that to be careful, because if you're using smaller stones, just be mindful that they can't put them in their mouth, or that they don't put them in their mouth. And the sixth chakra has a physical connection to the body, as they all do. In this case, the brow, the eyes, the ears, the brain, and the base of the skull are all connected. And then from an energetic perspective, clearing the third eye chakra can help your pets to realign their body and mind with their soul. It can heighten their intuition and their instinctual perception capabilities. And it can enhance their emotional intelligence. Some signs that your animal might have an imbalance of the sixth chakra, the third eye, or that there's a blockage there. Basically, how you'd know if this is the one to work with for your animal is they become easily frustrated or irritated. That's a telltale sign. They're experiencing a lot of dreams, especially ones that seem to disturb them. Or they have pain or problems in the brain or the eyes or the ears, or with mental degeneration. These are all great indicators to support their third eye chakra. So when you think about it, there are a lot of pets who need and use their intuition to a heightened degree. Some examples could be like service animals who are helping their humans to detect a potential seizure that's coming on, or a change in their blood chemistry. Or an emotional support animal who snuggles up close when they sense that their person has rising fear and anxiety. Or a working dog who organizes cattle or other livestock and they sense the needs and the whims of the other animals. Or a police dog who is tuned in to potentially dangerous situations, and then they can guide their partner accordingly. There are so many cases where animals are connected and communicating with us without even using a single word. One of my favorite stories is about Oscar the cat, who was even written about in the New England Journal of Medicine. Oscar lived in a nursing home in Rhode Island, and he would make his daily feline-style rounds to everybody to check in on the patients at the center. Oscar somehow could detect when the patient was in their last few hours of their life. He would curl up on the person's bed and stay there until the end to give them comfort through their final breath. Always makes me emotional. Isn't it sweet? So beautiful. Sometimes I really like to stop and consider just how much information and understanding our animal companions are able to gather. Their wisdom is something that we can't even and aren't even aware of. So let's see. What did you guys share with us today? Let me read through some of the chat as I wipe my tears a little bit. Oscar, so beautiful. Julie from South Dakota is with Luna. Any suggestions for grounding our pets? Good question, Julie. Well, grounding and the first chakra, now that we have a whole series, you can find all of the replays on demand. So the first chakra, the root chakra, is a very good one for calming. And something else I like to do, it's called a bladder sweep. And you just start at the top of their head, kind of at the third eye, actually. And you just very gently move your hand down the whole middle line. It's the meridian. It's the bladder meridian that actually connects neurologically to all the other areas of the body. So, but just by doing that sweep can really help your animal to reset and to kind of restabilize themselves. Patchouli is back from Florida with Sid, and Sid has a question. I've been hearing that animals have extra chakras, the brachial and tail. Can you share about this? Are there colors for this, and how can we balance them? Indeed, there is a brachial chakra. There are actually multiple chakras. We're just going to focus on the 7 main during this series, but there are several more. And the brachial especially, I'll just mention, is right there between the shoulder blades. And why I love that chakra, because it's said that that's the connection to the human and the animal. So that's also another very nice calming technique, is just to lay your hand there on that space in between the shoulder blades and just take a moment to connect, to breathe into your animal and help them to relax. But yes, there's a lot of information out there about chakras that you can find online. Joan Ranquet is another wonderful teacher on the topic. So Denise and Darby from Michigan are here. Jenna from North Carolina and her whole pack. Ree is meditating from Birmingham with Taki. My Round Glass team's pups are also with us. Indy from Las Vegas, Benny in Seattle, and Augie in Los Angeles. Oh my gosh, we've got the whole crew here today. I love it. So next time, friends, we will journey through the 7th chakra located at the crown or the top of the head. This is the center of your pet's interconnectedness and their unity with Source. So I want to thank you again for taking this time for yourself and for the companion animals in your life. It's likely that you agree that the relationship that you share with your pets is like no other, and you wouldn't want to be without them. So by doing these practices, you're slowing down and savoring the special, unifying, precious moments that you have together. I know it means the world to them too. My pack and I and our pet-loving friends at Round Glass look forward to seeing you next time. Remember that you can meditate with Round Glass Live every day via their website, round.glass, or on the app. Until we meet again, friends, namaste.